Hey, sixth graders. Because we kind of spent Tuesday, not Monday, Tuesday being a review day also, we are not going to review until next week. So what will happen is you'll get this new lesson today. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll have new lessons, and then next Thursday, we'll review lessons 1 through, I think it's 7, 6 or 7, I think. So we'll review all those lessons at that time, okay? So yesterday you looked at division with fractions. So fraction to a whole number and a whole number to a fraction. Sorry, I'm putting on lotion because it's super dry. So now we're looking at interpreting and computing, which means basically like doing the division of a fraction by a fraction. So you did fraction by a whole number by a fraction, and now we're looking at fraction by a fraction. All right, so let's get started. So first, I'm gonna apologize if we were in person and I could write these out for you. It would be a lot easier. They would look a little better. But so we have 8/9 divided by 2/9. So how do we figure that out? Well, we're gonna take this fraction bar. We have 9 squares, 8 of them are shaded. Our answer is 4. How can we divide 8/9 into 2? Well, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay? Sounds pretty easy. So look at the next one. 9/12 divided by 3/12. Same thing. We have 9 shaded squares out of 12. How do we divide 9 to 3? 1, 2, 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. And finally, this last one. Sorry, those aren't perfectly on top of each other. And I actually believe I forgot to add some. So imagine there are 2 empty ones here. So we have 7/9. How can we divide 7 by 3? We get 2 1/3. Okay. So what we could do is just start moving them. So if I were to draw it for you on my diagram, we have 7 blocks. Oops. And let's say we're distributing them evenly. I know that those letters are going to be backwards to you, but that's okay. So you have A, B, C, 7 blocks. So if you were to take 1 to A, another one to B, 1 to C, and do it again, to A, to B, to C, you have 1 left. So you divide that into 3. So 7/9 divided by 3/9 is going to be 2 1/3. Okay? So, couple of questions. When dividing fractions, is it possible to get a whole number quotient? It is possible to get a whole number quotient when dividing fractions, as you saw with the 4 and the 3. When the dividend, that's the first number, is larger than the divisor, the quotient will be greater than 1. So we saw that in all 3 of our first ones here. 7 is bigger than 3, 9 is bigger than 3, 8 is bigger than 2. Okay, so now when dividing fractions, is it possible to get a quotient that is larger than the dividend? It is possible, yes, to get a quotient that is larger than the dividend when dividing fractions. So I know that's a short lesson. I'm trying to keep it short for you because I know that you've had a lot of lessons this week and maybe you're catching up on stuff. Excuse me. So assignment is to complete the Edmodo questions. So they'll be set up just like those first 3 questions. And if you need to draw out blocks, go right ahead. But you'll be just fine. So make sure you're reading each question carefully. Make sure you read all of the answer options carefully also. Select the best answer. If you have questions, please let me know. I would rather you ask me 50 questions and understand it than not ask a single one and not understand it at all. Okay? So please let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, have a great Thursday.